Well, today we're gonna get some sheet metal on. I'm not a professional, but there are a few critical steps you gotta do if you want your metal straight. Frame's gotta be level and square. And you don't want to forget, I was gonna put gable siding on here too. And while it was on the ground, I should have measured, found the center, and put me a mark, because I'm gonna need that mark to get this first piece of metal, sheet metal, going across. It's gotta be straight. Otherwise, when you get to the bottom, you're gonna end up with it doo-wop. You know what doo-wopping is, right? Yeah. So, let me find the center, make some marks. Then I'm gonna make a little template of this rounded top to get for my first gable piece. We'll deal with that after the sheet metal's on, because I don't have my trim yet. Upcoming, we're gonna make our own trim, I think. 64 3/8. So didn't you love fractions in school? Well, it's pretty simple. 64 3/8. Divide your 64 in half, that's 32. Your 3/8, double it. Okay, that's it. 32 3/16. Simple. Simple math. There's my center on that pole. Now, we need the center to move it up here. So, square right there. Perfect. Now let's do this side. 10 Roger, is that right, y'all? I can't see. That's perfect. Very good project. Begins with duct tape, cardboard, right? Yeah, I know these are still moving. This thing is tall, buddy. So what I'm gonna do is make me a template. Again, like I said, I should have done this on the doggone ground before I put these rafters up. I'm a dummy. I don't do this every day. But we're gonna get through. Heads up below. Kind of line this up on the bottom. I'm over here. That's near perfect. I done lost my doggone pen. So, get doing one of these projects by yourself. Do this before you put the daggum thing up, all right? Parts 1 and 2, have y'all seen that yet? There it goes. All I had to do is cut this out, land on a piece of sheet metal, and wham bam, there you go. So the next thing I'm gonna do is, I'm out here by myself, so I'm gonna start at 0 down here at the bottom and clamp this on, and I'm gonna run this tape measure all the way up through to the center and put a mark about every foot. That way, when I'm putting the sheet metal on, I can measure that mark and make sure I'm staying straight. Because there, even though you're coming down, it's gonna be close, but there is some wiggle room in there. We don't want it wiggling. So, sometimes you're working by yourself. Mrs. T's busy today. You gotta come up with ways to make it work. That's what we're about to do. It's called, I'm gonna clamp the doggone tape on the thing. And then put my marks up there. Yeah, cattywampus, doo-wop. Y'all leave the proper term right down there in the comments. I'm gonna clamp this gently because I don't want to tear up my cheap Hobo Freight measurometer. That right there looks perfect. Is that tape twisted? No. That doggone thing is perfect. Near perfect. I done got the ladder too close to the thing. Golly. See if I can hold on here. Now, I'm gonna have to do this on both sides of this rafter. I gotta do the center one and the other end. Why do I have to do the center, you asked? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I didn't buy full length metal. Because full length, way too long for my 20-foot trailer. So, because this building is about, it's gonna be 34 overall, 34. How it come up with that odd measurement? It's a used frame, okay? Just a used frame. So, tis what it is. I forgot my doggone clamp. Golly. I know a little overkill, but I got it marked every foot. That way I'm always close to something as I'm coming down with this sheet metal. Now I got another issue to deal with. When they put my sheet metal on, they got the short stuff on top, which is the sides. The long stuff is for the roof part. Now I got to get this short stuff out of the way. Time to do some sketchy stuff, doo-dah. And I'm gonna take and use that ladder for a little support, so hopefully I don't bend this long stuff. Let's see how that goes. Well, what's my plan? I don't know. I'll try and lift it up with this strap. Well, the reason I want to lift it up so I can get 2 more straps in between the stacks. Let's see if this works. Now, if it don't bend in the middle, then I will be in a pickle. So I got an old crappy ladder. If I bend it, I ain't too worried about it. But I'm gonna try not to bend it. Somebody needs some WD-40 on these straps. Well, I'm heavy on this end. I don't know if it's gonna work. I really don't want to bend this metal because I had about $2,000 of sheet metal sitting here, y'all. Is this gonna work? Come on. It's definitely heavy on that side. And we were swinging. Please don't fall off. Here we go. I don't know how many sheets that is. Don't remember how long it is. All right, as y'all can see, I done moved everything. Now I got me some boards under the short metal right there. And my long metal is sitting on the trailer over here. And I took some clamps, I extended out, sorry about my shadow. I extended out this old beat up, I picked this thing up off the side of the road years ago. But I got a clamp on this corner and a clamp on the opposite corner. And we'll just take one sheet at a time and hopefully get it up there. Well, here's the problem. We got gust and wind. It keeps coming in spells. Come here. Anyway, blowing wind. Hope it don't blow this sheet metal off. Doing one sheet at a time. We're gonna find out. This wind keeps gusting up, making me a little nervous. I guess this metal ain't gonna put itself up, is it? Yeah, tell me that ain't a kite when it gets stuck up in the air. All right, folks, here we go. Let's go see. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Whee! All right, y'all. I brought some clamps in case this wind gets the kicking chicken. Y'all let me know right down in the comments. Would y'all done it this way? Now, I know somebody gonna say I should have another ladder. They can also say I could have got a scissor lift. Yeah, but I didn't, did I? That costs money and I'm cheap. How many inches we got? Hey, y'all. Dead on 18. I can't do that again. That's exactly what I wanted. 1.5 feet. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Okay. Go put us a clamp up here. That way this side doesn't move. Now let's go do the other side. Let's see if we can get this one straight. Then you know all them little marks I put on, y'all? I'm gonna measure to one of them. This, can y'all see me? This bad boy is exact. Let's screw it on. Okay, so you're gonna ask, why didn't I start at the bottom, overlap, 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 and go all the way up? Our next piece is gonna go under that piece. The reason I don't start at the bottom, and I don't think a lot of people do, is you have to do an awful lot of measuring to get that top piece in the center. That's why I did it this way. I ain't doing all that math. Now, if you'll notice, my clamp is right on the edge, meaning right here, you know, on the edge. I don't want to put that screw in until I get my next piece under it. So there'll only be screws at the next joint, right above that joint is where the next screws will go in. That's the way I do it. How do y'all do it? Leave it right down in the comments. In other words, once I get this screw in, then I slide my other piece under this one, then I'm gonna put a screw there. That other piece can't come out. Then there's gonna be another screw right there. You know what I mean? Well, that's half the roof part anyway. Now I gotta start on this. It's been so long, the doggone ink marks done faded out. I can only do a sheet or two a day, here and there. This is Scully. This bad boy was headed to the dump, but guess what? It was given to us free. We brought her back around. I got a few videos on this. Y'all go check them out. Well, as you can see, got the rest of the roof on. Now we got to get some sides on this bad boy. Wind blowing out here today, so that sheet metal could fly like a kite. Appreciate y'all tuning in to T-Bone After Hours. I'm T-Bone. We're gonna get her done. Taking a while, a little bit at a time. Y'all click that subscribe button, share these videos with your friends. We'll see you soon. Hoo-wee.